So you need to stop thinking that AI is the magical solution you've been looking for, and you can instantly replace your entire sales team with a bunch of AI agents that are going to make you millions of dollars while you do nothing. Because the reality is that ain't going to happen. Now, yes, AI is a massive game changer for the sales industry, and there's so many amazing tools that allow us to upskill basic employees, to allow us to increase our leverage, increase our speed, increase our effectiveness. But what AI is actually doing is exposing your lack of strategy and your lack of management. See, AI amplifies what already exists. If your strategy is weak, AI scales weakness. If your message isn't poor, AI spreads poor messaging. If your process is broken, it just breaks at a greater scale. In more cases than not at the moment, AI is doing more damage to brands than it is doing really good. And then what happens when we look at the 95% of businesses that sit outside of the tech and the SaaS space? You can't get AI to go do all of that, but you can leverage it effectively if you have the right foundations. Otherwise, you are simply scaling chaos. Let's go look at the majority SMEs out there. Most of them do not have a sales strategy. They have sales happening by accident. They have hope, they have activity, but they have random acts of marketing. But ask them, who is their ideal client? Why do they buy? What are the problems they solve? What is your sales process and what does your sales playbook look like? Most of them have no idea. And you expect that you can bring in an AI agent and it's going to generate your leads, book meetings with ICP and grow your revenues. Without the right strategy, you're just creating more chaos and more noise. And all AI is going to do for you is bring in the wrong people and repel the right people. And that's not what you want. So if you're going to embrace AI, do so, but do it with guardrails, do it with the strategy and do it with the right management in place. See, AI simply magnifies activity, good or bad. It does not have a conscience. Garbage in, garbage out. And this is where most people get into trouble. Yes, AI allows you to do 10x activities. But what if you're doing the wrong activity? Sending 1,000 bad emails to the wrong prospects is far worse than sending 100. Dialing 1,000 numbers and having a junk AI agent trying to book appointments is far worse than making 50 really great calls. Yeah, automating processes and using AI to do the stuff you don't want to do doesn't actually improve your results. It just accelerates the chaos. And the danger isn't coming from AI. The danger is scaling ineffective behavior and poor execution. And this is the problem that most SMEs are facing when they're looking at AI, is they are lacking the strategy of how to use it effectively, and they're lacking the guardrails of how to manage it and how to drive it. And look, it's going to expose poor execution and gaps in your process. See, sales isn't won or lost in the headline. It's won or lost in the execution, the daily rhythm. See, what happens when a lead responds? A prospect asks a question, a proposal gets sent, a deal goes quiet. Most SMEs have no answer. They have no ownership, no process, no follow-up with them, no accountability, no people actually putting their eyes on the things that matter most. SMEs are managing sales by the results. How many deals have we closed? How much money have we banked? And it's exposing all the processes. What are the activities and the actions that lead to the result? And AI magnifies here. And if you're not looking here on a daily and weekly basis, you're scaling chaos. You're creating drama. You are letting money walk out of the door, and you are doing more damage than you are doing good to your brand and your reputation. And if you're like most businesses out there, you only have a limited opportunity. You can't afford to go below your customers and be known as the guy that's just spamming junk. Is that what you really want? So everyone continues to think AI is the great savior. But what happens when the prospect falls outside of the process? And this happens more times than not, because sales is more complex. The buying journey is far more complex. And so what happens when things don't go exactly to plan? See, you expect your AI agents to be able to manage all the different scenarios, and you're not looking at them. You're not monitoring them. You're just looking at this end result here, and you're not looking at all the opportunities that it's missed. You're not looking at the junk conversations, how it's mishandled replies, how leads have responded when the automation has ended and it doesn't reactivate. You're not looking at the leads that come in over here and then it bounce over here. It is exposing and multiplying your lack of processes, your lack of structure, your lack of rhythm, your lack of management. So what are the companies that are actually getting a great result out of AI? Well, first of all, they have a philosophy that AI is designed to upskill their employees. It's designed to give them leverage, scale, improve execution, and improve efficiency. It's not replacing people, it's enhancing people. That's the first thing. The second thing they're doing is they're making sure that all the AI has guardrails and there's someone there whose job is to make sure that all the moving pieces are working together to make sure that everything is efficient and effective. They're checking the numbers on a daily basis to make sure the quality of execution is where it needs to be. In order to do that, there's 5 things that they need to have in place. They need to have a clear strategy for their AI. What is the goal? How are we measuring it? What are the activities? You need to have that in place. You need to have a clear process that is aligned with how your prospects buy. And inside of that, you need to be able to then go, okay, this is how our prospects buy, and we're going to break our activities into 3 groups. First of all, we're going to bring the group of tasks that only our trained salespeople can do. Second group of tasks then is, right, what can we get a lower skilled employee, a virtual assistant or a sales co-pilot, what can they do for you? And then the third group is, right, what can we get AI to do? And the AI enhances the co-pilots or the virtual assistants, which enhances the sales team. So that's the second thing you need to do. The third thing is you need to have a clear set of metrics, both activity-based and results-based, that you know that the AI is performing and working together. And again, AI feeds the virtual assistants, feeds the sales team. The fourth thing is you need a daily rhythm. It needs to happen on a daily basis, and you need to have the right people that are looking at the right things every single day to keep it all happening together, because sales flows in rhythm. And then the fifth and the final thing is you actually need to be making course corrections, because most of your AI strategy is going to be the same as most of your real life sales strategy. You're actually going to be off course more than you're on course. So you need to be able to be constantly refining and tweaking and making things happen. Look, I'm all for AI, but AI isn't your strategy. AI is a tool that you can use as part of an effective strategy. AI isn't your process. It's a tool that forms part of your process. AI isn't the solution. It's a tool that fits part of the solution. And when you understand that and you integrate AI properly and you fit it within the right strategy, you have the right management and the right rhythm, it's a home run. But using AI as the strategy, you're just trying to scale chaos, and all you're going to do is multiply the shortcomings that are already in your business.